Chad, you know who has been paid?
Oh, he's been paid well.
Hunter Daniel, who joins us now. $1 million fantasy golf winner while in Omaha, I believe. He joins us here.
Yeah, there's a video of him celebrating at the bar, waiting to go watch his Vols go to 2-0 in the College World Series.
Hunter, how are you, man?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Wonderful. Have you changed since becoming a millionaire?
You know, I was thinking if this question was asked, the biggest change in my life, I think on Monday I got a Bloody Mary and they asked me if I wanted Tito's or well, and I went with Tito's for the first time. So
nice. Well done.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club. We're going top shelf now, baby.
Hey,
no more well.
Yeah, baby.
They say that there are family members you've never heard of that reach out whenever they know the family members become wealthy. Has that been the case?
I'll tell you what, it's been, I've got good people in my circle and it had nothing too crazy just yet. So, no, nothing wild as of now, but man, it's been a whirlwind of the 48 hours. I'll tell you that.
It's hard to think about a better moment or day than what you were having in that moment with the video. Trey Wallace wrote the story. It's up at OutKick.com. I've watched the video a few times. You're at a sports bar in Omaha. You are a Tennessee baseball alum. You play high school baseball at Bearden, right there, smack dab in the middle of Knoxville. I'm assuming you grew up a Tennessee fan in Knoxville.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting ready to go watch your team go to 2-0 and get one game away from a national championship series. And then you're watching Bryson DeChambeau putt for the U.S. Open title, which means $1 million for you. Like, take us through the emotion of that moment. And the guys around you seem more emotional than you watching this video.
I think they were. The guy in the black's actually the owner of Givo, the Jello Shot company. That's Jeffrey Welk. He's one of my buddies from Nashville. But yeah, a lot of friends were there. But yeah, I mean, it was one of the 4-day DraftKings lineups. So slowly throughout Thursday, Friday, I was kind of in the mix of, getting closer to the top. And then my flight to Omaha was actually Saturday evening. And when I landed, I checked it and I was in first place for $1 million. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is crazy. But I don't know if you've ever done DraftKings before. It's
Yes.
very volatile. So, the points change so fast and you can go from being in the money to out of the money very, very quickly. But so Sunday morning happened and I was in sixth place. And I had checked a lot of the other lineups and they're all pretty much the same at that point, minus, one or two golfers being different. And no matter what happened in the day, I kept kind of staying right there. So there was finally a thought of this could really happen. But I was definitely preoccupied with just seeing friends and kind of running into people in Omaha. And then we went to Rocco's and we're having a great time there. And then the U.S. Open was on. Everybody was slowly kind of spreading the word of, what could potentially happen. But definitely everybody else is way more invested in it than I was at that point. I was just kind of like, not terribly nervous, but, didn't want to get my hopes up too much. But then Rory missed the first close putt and Bryson was making his move. And then Rory missed the last putt and we were all locked in at that point. And then Bryson hit his tee shot and the shot tracer went way left and everybody in the bar was screaming and worried for me. And then, he took forever to hit his second shot right in the bunker. And then probably the greatest shot, in my opinion, ever out of the trap to 3 feet, 4 feet. And he made the putt. So it was just, it was insane. We were ecstatic, but again, it was 15 minutes, I think, before first pitch for the game. So it was just kind of, everything was a whirlwind. And then, hey, we got to go to the game. Let's go watch the Vols.
You clearly had Bryson. Did Troy Wiz 34 have Rory?
I don't think he had Rory. I think our differentiator was somebody else, but my worry was somebody maybe in like 10th or 15th place had Rory as their number one. So you get the bonus points for first place finish, which at that point everybody was within. I think I won by 2 points. So somebody could have leapfrogged all of us from there.
How many times have you played this fantasy golf competition before winning it?
I play it probably definitely every major, not every tournament, every week or anything like that. But I'll put in one or two of those lineups usually for the big golf tournaments. So, definitely a couple of years worth. But I would say we're net positive now. So that's a good thing.
So you get back to Tennessee. What is the process like to cash out on that? Is it simple? Is it just like if I cash out $40 on my meager winnings in doing that? Like what is that like when you see that much money in your account all of a sudden?
Well, that was, after it happened, everybody's going nuts. And I'm like, I'm pretty certain that I'd for sure won. But even at the game, I kept checking my phone just to make sure. And then I think it was like the third inning, it showed up in my DraftKings account. I was like, oh, here we go. But I ended up, we flew to the beach. It's my family's beach week. So flew to the beach Monday afternoon. So I'm down here now. We'll be back in Nashville this weekend, and hopefully in Omaha as well. But yeah, the process, I think you have to cash out in increments. So that's where we're at now. And then next week we'll get a plan on what to do with it. So just trying to enjoy a little relaxation this week. But it's been crazy.
How quickly did you refresh the account there, and how much money did you have on the account, and then you saw $1 million pop up?
Well, the best part about it was I had a couple futures on Bryson to win it pre-tournament anyway, so I'd done pretty well minus that anyways. But I think I was somewhere around like $800 or $900, and then it was like $1.8 million or something like that. So,
are you going to jump into the $3 million fantasy golf mega challenge next, or what do you do?
I mean, I'll definitely keep playing them. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I probably don't ever expect to win something like this again. But yeah, man, what a ride.
Do you already have a prior bet on Tennessee winning the College World Series, or have you since placed big money on Tennessee winning it?
I haven't thrown anything from what I've won on them. I mean, they're the favorites, so the value honestly is not that crazy. I think they were like 2-1 the last time I looked, but definitely have futures on them to win.
How many Jello shots did you purchase after winning?
This is the craziest part. 0.
Really?
We were. It happened again like 10 minutes before the game. So we just, immediately after winning, it was straight to the game. We came back. We bought some. I guess we did buy some shots after, but at that moment, we 0 at that point. And when we had first got to Rocco's, I think one of the UT donors had sent one of our Vol Twitter girls like $5,000 to buy shots. I mean, there was free shots the entire day there, which was awesome. So. Vol Nation showing out at Rocco's.
Will you step up and be that donor that spends big money if you fly back for Tennessee in the National Championship Series? We want it on the record right now, Hunter. Will you be the one that steps up and buys Jello shots for the bar?
I'll tell you what, as soon as I won, Jeffrey looked at me and said, you could set the record right now and buy 200,000 Jello shots. But,
that's true.
On the record, I think I'm going to use my money a little more wisely, but we'll have some fun if I'm out in Omaha for sure.
So if you win $1 million on the Tennessee lottery, you don't pay taxes on this Mega Millions thing. I do know this because Chad and I, we would read these ads all the time. What are the taxes like on DraftKings for $1 million?
My best friend Preston is a tax accountant, so I believe we're on the hook for close to 400,000. Okay. So we'll net a little bit, figure out what we're doing, and go from there.
It's still big time. You're still, regardless of what the final number says. Let's say millionaire, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so
why not? Yeah,
the government goes nuts also when you win that. They're like, man, we just got $400,000 from this dude. This is awesome.
Yeah,
great.
They're always the biggest winner. That's for sure.
Yep. So other than the Shambo and how everything played out, and that crazy shot out of the bunker 50 yards out for the approach, which other player on the team, on your fantasy team, were you sweating the most? Which shot mattered the most to you?
So I really, with stressful things like that, sometimes for me, I just don't even watch. I'd rather just let it play out. Yeah, just refresh. But I know that I had Aberg. He had a tough day, which he was kind of bringing me back. But Russell Henley, I had him in my lineup, and he had a really good Sunday. Tony Finau had a good Sunday, and then Matsuyama finished very good. So, and then I had Corey Connors was the last one. So they all played really well. So
and you had to do this. You had to set this lineup prior to getting to Nebraska, right? Because they don't have online gambling, I don't believe.
Yeah. I know they don't have for the sports books. As far as the DraftKings lineup is more on their fantasy side, so I'm not sure if they can do that there, since just putting together the lineups for it. But yeah, they don't have you can't make like an actual wager. So yeah, I set that Wednesday night in Nashville before I left.
I would love to have a group team. You can do your own account, of course. You're going to win, but the group team with all of Hunter's recommendations, Chad.
I would like, Hunter, if you're okay with it, if Davey's got your info now, if just for every major we get your pick, right? Like, so we can just say, like, this guy won $1 million doing this, and here who he's playing this week, if you'd like to play it also. Now, you may not want to do that because then people will double up and you're not going to win again, but at least give us a few pointers next time. How about that?
Yeah, we'll go tout and we'll start selling our picks, and everybody ride along until I lose enough until you don't want to follow anymore.
Stone cold locks. Stone cold locks, baby.
Are you chartering a plane back to Omaha, or what are you doing after Florida?
So I'm on the direct flight Sunday morning from Nashville. So if you guys want to go, let's go.
Chad?
I'm considering it. Not gonna lie, Clay Travis has thrown out the possibility of a chartered jet if Tennessee is in the championship series.
Yeah.
I may or may not be on that jet depending on my daughter's softball schedule this weekend. So that's what I got to look out for.
Well, yeah, tell Clay to throw out the invite for your boy, and then maybe we'll get Bryson in there as well and have a good time.
If you're back in Nashville, you may be on that jet, Hunter. I'll let him know for sure.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, my plans are to go to the live event Saturday. So
We'll be there.
Do your work. We'll see if Bryson can get it. If we can meet up and say thank you to him, that'd be pretty cool.
Be awesome.
Hey, congrats, man. This is awesome.
Yeah, thank you for doing this.